there, everybody. It's me, Mayor Rachel Proctor, and we are back again for another episode of DeSoto Rises, where we highlight some of our amazing community partners so that you can get to know them and a little bit about what they are doing in the community. And so I am very excited to have two very special guests with me here. And we are actually right here at the Tri-City Animal Shelter, which is actually a collaborative effort between the cities of DeSoto, Cedar Hill, and Duncanville. And so I have Miss Mary White over here.
Hi.
To my far right. She is with the Friends of the Tri-City Animal Shelter, as well as I have Miss Shellie Meeks, who is, and I'm gonna see if I can get this right.
It's a mouthful.
Because it's a mouthful. Assistant Manager of Animal Services here at Tri-City Animal Shelter. Did I do good?
You got it. You nailed it.
I did
Try
good.
putting that on a business card.
Takes up half the card.
Right, so we're very excited about what you all do here for our furry friends here in our community. We know that our pets can become closer to us than often family members. And so the work that you all do is so important to our community and it's very vast. So I want to kind of get into a little bit about what you all do. Now, I have both of you all here because I wanted to try to make a distinction between the two organizations. We have the Friends of the Tri-City Animal Shelter, then we have actually a representative from the shelter as a whole. So Mary, tell us a little bit about what the Friends of the Tri-City Animal Shelter does.
Well, the Friends of the Tri-City Animal Shelter, we are the nonprofit group. So all of you that want to say, oh, what do I want to do with my money? Well, that's us. That's us, because who does it benefit? That benefits the animals that are in the animal shelter. But the Friends are the 501c3 that just so fabulous from the fact that you all are from DeSoto. We're started by two fabulous people from DeSoto, two citizens, in 2006 to say, you know, we need to do something to be of help. And so what more appropriate for DeSoto to be here to say we're going to do this. And so what we do is we have for the last, since 2013, almost 8 or 9 years, we have helped with the help of cities of DeSoto and Duncanville and Cedar Hill to have 100% of all of our animals that are here are spayed and neutered. So that's the way to stop the constant cycle. And of course, all of that costs money and funding. And then those animals that come in that need extra help, extra surgeries, then the Friends help with that, and then educational efforts. So just in a snapshot, that's what the Friends do. We help raise money to support what Shellie's going to talk to you about that the shelter does.
And that's a perfect segue, Mary. I think me and Mary might end up being co-hosts of this actual show. That's a perfect segue to talk to you, Shellie, about kind of your role here to kind of give people a broader insight on exactly what the animal shelter does. Because when we hear animal shelter, we kind of maybe
You think either adoptions or that's where they take all the stray dogs.
Sure.
There's so much more that we do.
Wow.
We are here as a resource to the community. We do take in stray animals and animals that no longer have a home because their owners have a situation they can't keep the pet. But we're here as a tool to be used for all the communities. We have, DeSoto, Duncanville, and Cedar Hill. Tri-Cities was actually the first in the regional approach. And it was a stepping stone to the regional jail, the fire, PD, all working together. So it was really a cool idea, and it works. We're a huge resource to all three communities and the surrounding areas, to be honest. Information about low-cost spay-neuter or vaccines or things like that, veterinary care, behavior problems if you're having issues with your animal at home and need some help, we're here to help with that. But we also do have a lot of animals that need a good home. That is our primary function is taking those animals that don't have a place and finding a new place for them.
Wow.
So that's kind of us in a nutshell.
That's amazing, and I'm trying not to go walk and see the animals because I might wind up taking somebody home.
I can get you that.
We can help
I
you
know
with
you
that.
will.
I
I
can
know
get you a
you
heck
will.
of a deal. I'm good at matching up pets to people.
Oh, how sweet. So I wanted to talk a little bit about, we were here recently with you all to celebrate something that's incredibly amazing. that has been a partner, just the most incredible partnership. And it's a testament to what you said about the regional approach when we work together, the amazing things that we can accomplish. And a lot of it was driven from some of the efforts of the Friends of the Tri-City Animal Shelter. So either one of you can kind of chime in on this one about
I want to chime in first.
Okay.
Because
darn.
I know. There are so many friends groups that come in and here's what we're going to do to help you. And we have the great relationship with our friends group. They came in and said, what do you need? And we said, we need spay and neuter. And we had this vacant building next door, and they went, okay. And they took it on, and I'll let Mary keep going, but it was just a really neat thing to have a friends group say, what can we do to help you? Not, here's what we're gonna do to help you, what can we do to help you? And it was just awesome.
Well, I think building on that, we had Leadership Southwest was here last week. And one of the things that they talked about was they said, we were here in 2016 and we were brainstorming about, how we can help. And so the Friends and the shelter said, let's take that old building and let's convert it into a medical building and an education center. So that idea was sort of, seeds were planted then. And then the Friends mounted a fundraising campaign in 2018 for, get this, applause, all that kind of good stuff, for $500,000 we decided needed to be raised.
Wow.
And here we have this hard-working group of volunteers, and we say, sure, we can do that.
And they did.
And they did.
They did. In like 10 months, they had the $500,000.
Wow. And so that is the life-saving and learning center that is here. And guys, I've been through it. I've seen it, and it is absolutely beautiful. So definitely, if you're watching this, make some time to come by and check all of that stuff out. Again, as well as check out some friends and possibly take one home with you. So kind of give us a little bit more information, because we talk about all of the support that you all lend, but how can we as a community actually support you all and what you all are doing with the Friends of the Tri-City?
So many ways. Well, there's always adoption.
Sure.
That saves a life. Actually, it saves two, yours and the pets. Volunteer. If you can't adopt, volunteer. If you can't do either of those, donate. If you can't do any of those, be a friend. Spread the word. Word of mouth is huge on your reputation and getting animals into homes. Be a supporter. Even if it's on Facebook or just telling your friends, families, church members. Go check out Tri-Cities. You'll be amazed at how awesome we are.
Talk about fostering.
Oh, fostering. Thank you. I knew I was forgetting one. I was counting, and I miscounted. Fostering. Fostering is huge.
It's huge. Yeah.
We have some fosters who have saved hundreds of animals of lives in the course of a year, because they'll take a group of kittens that are just a little too small to be adopted, to be safely placed into a home.
Wow.
They'll get them old enough and healthy enough, and then we'll bring them back and put them back up for adoption. And then that same foster will take a week off and then take another litter. And so in just a month and a half, 2 months, they've saved anywhere from 5 to 20 lives.
Wow.
Just by taking up a little space in your home. We provide all necessary equipment. Food, water, not the water, food, bowls, shelter, kennels, litter boxes, all that stuff. We provide everything. All they need to provide is the love.
And see, that's probably something nobody ever thought that they could actually do.
Yeah, you got a spare bathroom. That's a perfect place for a litter of kittens to raise up.
Wow.
Well,
I know.
and think about that. What happens is for dogs, is that people go, well, I travel, I do this, I do that. And I go, no.
Foster a dog.
Out of giving a dog a weekend away from the shelter. The shelter is a fabulous place, but just like we like to go and escape someplace for the weekend, have a dog that comes and escapes for the weekend to your place.
Yeah.
And then realize, people say, well, I might get too attached. Well, yeah, you might.
It happens.
But what happens also is then you can say, I know that my helping this dog then allows them to go back and be more social. And then we can say, so here is Fluffy or Spike or whatever their name, and this is what they're like.
In a home environment.
In a home environment. They're good with cats, or they're good on a leash.
Because who they are here is not who they are at home.
That's right.
Here I tell people that they've been abducted by aliens.
I love this.
That's how they feel. I mean, imagine you've been taken into a strange place. You don't know where you are. You don't know why you're there. You're getting vaccinated. You're getting microchipped. You're getting blood drawn from you, and then you're being put on display. It's like being abducted by aliens. and I can't explain to them why they're here. And so that's stressful. Even in such a nice facility that we have here with caring staff that we have, it's still stressful. So yeah, that weekend out, that's worth all the gold in the world.
Wow. This has been amazing, and we're just about out of time. But before we wrap up, I know there are a couple things that before we wrap up, I want to make sure we get information from you all on how, if they've lost a pet, how can they get in contact with you all? But also, if they're interested in adopting a pet or fostering, as you mentioned, how can they do that? Give us the information for them to.
Lovepets.org, L-U-V, because we can't spell, LUVpets.org. You can find all that information on their website. You can call us at the shelter, 972-291-5335. We're here Tuesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can come by and see us and maybe find that forever friend. If you've lost a pet, our pets are available for viewing online at that lovepets.org 24/7. So you might have that reassurance that they're here and safe. Volunteering, fostering, all of those links are also on our website, or you can email directly fosters at cedarhilltx.com. That's fosters at cedarhilltx.com or volunteers at cedarhilltx.com.
That's amazing. Now, before we go, now this is something I have everybody do.
I have to tell the Tri-City Friends website.
Friends.
www.tri-cityfriends, that's all one word, .org. And so that's all the kinds of things that Shellie talked about that you can find on there. You can donate, you can volunteer.
Find events.
All those kinds of good things.
That's great. So I'm so excited. So again, here we go. This is one thing that I have everybody to do. So this is, I'm not picking on y'all today. So tell us one fun fact about yourself.
Okay. I have had the privilege to be a veterinary technician on neutering a camel.
I didn't know camels had to be neutered at any point in time.
And a tiger.
A tiger.
Yep,
well, I can see a tiger. Okay.
Yeah.
A camel.
A camel. His
How does
name
that work?
was Sinbad. Well, I won't go into the details. But we had a camel that was seized. Person shouldn't have had it, and so we took it into our organization. It was not Tri-Cities.
In Texas?
There
was a camel?
In Texas. There's still camels that live out there. But yes, so in Texas, and so before we placed him at the sanctuary, we had to get him neutered because they had females, and it's easier to neuter a camel than it is to spay a female.
Yeah.
And so we got him neutered, and then he went off to go live at a sanctuary here in Texas also.
I wasn't expecting that.
I know, see, I got you.
Mary, what about you?
Mine is nothing.
Right, I had a fun fact that I've been sharing, but I think you probably have topped all the fun facts we've had so far. Wow.
So my fun fact is my earliest childhood memory is of I was sitting on the back porch in my mother's house and crying because I couldn't go to school because I was a sick little girl. And a mother cat brought me a newborn baby kitten and dropped it in my lap to try to make me feel better. So thus born my love of kitties and cats and animals.
Oh,
but
wow.
Not nearly as fun.
Now I have this image in my head. I don't know. I can never unsee it, right? Okay, well, that concludes our time here on DeSoto Rises with our amazing friends here from the Tri-City Animal Shelter. Mary, Shellie, thank you so much. I have a special gift for you all. This is one of our All-America City pins. You will have your very own to wear whenever you like. And again, thank you all so much for being here. Again, that concludes our episode with Tri-City Animal Shelter, our friends of the Tri-City Animal Shelter. And so just make sure you're tuned in and locked in with us for all of our future episodes of DeSoto Rises, because with you, with me, with us, DeSoto Rises. See y'all next time.